Welcome, beautiful soul. This is a timeless message. As always, take what resonates. You can feel what's true for you energetically, vibrationally, and also remember that you are cosmically creating in every quantum present moment. So this could reflect current energies for you as well as future energies for you. Let's see what the cosmos has in store. Anyone who's tuning into this reading, there is so much Ace of Pentacles energy recently. I mean, it makes sense because this video holds the energy of it regardless of when you're watching it, but we are heading into the 0 degree black full moon in Virgo this Friday, which is like the reset point. It's like almost a turning of season. This is like always the time of year when you can start to feel the witchy winds blow, but it's still full out summer, so nobody wants to say it and pretend I didn't say it, honestly. There are seeds of like a new abundance in the earthly realm being planted, and seeds in the sense of like the things that are going to grow for us as we continue to nurture them and show up for them over time. You've been receiving new information around what you want to build and create as you move forward. And this is what happens along the life journey. You don't have one set vision for your entire life. You get a vision and then the vision morphs and aligns. And then sometimes when you have this awakening in consciousness, you get such a grand vision that like you had never actually seen before, and it feels so gifted and it feels so divine. Coming off the wave of these cosmic summer energies, I sense that like you have a new vision that's like making you excited about life again, and really you're being shown by the divine like the possibility of what can grow, but you've also gained the wisdom to know that you can just enjoy the journey and have patience along the way. The seed of new life, it is precious and it is really, really valuable. It's also protected by the divine, by your spirit guides, by your higher self. And then also you've been trusted to protect it and to bring life to it. There's something about like you knowing it's not time to quite make big action steps towards this vision yet, but you're like marinating on the seed, which is perfectly in alignment with us approaching this new moon in Virgo, because it's the black moon. It's like representative of the part of the lunar cycle where you plant the vision in the quantum field, because when it's dark, when it's black, like that is the ultimate void, and there's the greatest potential for like that seed to be fertilized by the darkness from which all life comes, by like the cosmic mother, the divine creatrix of all life lives in that void space, and you're like giving her this pentacle. So what I would highly encourage right now is like continue to marinate you in conversation with the divine and with your higher self about this pentacle, about this vision. You're getting a sense of it, whether you're someone who like sees, hears, senses, however you hold your creative projection of where you're going in your life, you're starting to get a sense of it. Ask the divine, ask whatever you like to work with to help you to start to fill in the details, and then really use this new moon, or if you're watching this at a different point in time, the time that feels intuitively right for you, to like actually take 10 to 20 minutes to implant this vision into the quantum field. I'll put my favorite manifestation meditations in the description, but you're here on YouTube and there's so many manifestation meditations, and they're basically like you have the power, but it's like setting a container for you to relax and enter the quantum space of creation where you can implant a vision via your imagination into the etheric field, and that will then create ripples. And on a new moon, especially this 0 degree black moon, it's like literally plant your vision in the void. Plant your vision in the void. That's what I'm going to title this video, because if you can do anything on that day or around that day, it is to go and plant your seed. For real, for real. So I guess if you're like more of like an earth magic type of person, you could do some kind of like physical ritual to embody it in. If you're somebody who is into the vision, then manifestation meditation, and it will be the container from which you can drop in and really put that there. And it's going to do a lot of work for you, because that is what the divine is encouraging you to do at this moment. And then the steps will become obvious to you, and you will just walk the way. Like, it won't be about when is it going to happen, how is it going to happen, because there's no actual like full end result to this. Like, this is nature itself taking course to infinitely create. It's creating a new world. This is going to be a seed for a new world. And Virgo, this new moon, which this pentacle is going to be planted in this energy, it's like a very pure, healed, refined frequency that continually gets better and better. So this vision, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're going to set a tone, and it's going to be infused with this Virgo energy that is going to continually refine itself. It's also a very mystical energy. Virgo is represented by the Hermit in the tarot, which is one who has like really come to know thyself. And so this vision like is really going to be true to your soul and who you actually are, which the reason why this is so important is because then what you're trying to actualize is cosmically supported. You're not fighting life itself, you're flowing with life itself. That is just going to bring so much ease and joy and abundance and magic and fulfillment into your life. And even if it feels really different than the reality you're living right now, just know that like your job isn't the how. You don't have to stress about how things are going to shift, how things are going to change. It's just about planting this quantum seed. It's just about doing that work in the quantum realm, which is easier. Most people just don't do it. It's funny, most people just don't do it. It's like we'd rather know all the tools, but it's like who's actually using the tools? The people who are making some crazy-ish happen, let me tell you. So you're gonna be one of those people. Okay, what else do we have, Spirit? Yes, okay, so this new reality that you are planting in form, it is destiny for you to fulfill. And it is going to not just require transformation, a leaving behind, a death of an old version of you and aspects of your life as you know it now. It's not just that it's going to require and ask it of you, but it is just going to it's going to make it happen. This seed planting is just going to instigate and initiate this. So Spirit will help you to do this, and I actually think it's going to be really liberating for you. I think you'll feel relief as these things in your life and these aspects of yourself start to come to a close, because vibrationally and energetically they already have. So you actually may feel more resistance and energy taken up by like them still being present and real in the third dimensional reality. But after you plant the seed, all these things in your external reality are going to start catching up, and it's going to happen naturally. Like, death is a natural process. It's not like it's a part of life, and life takes care of it when it's time. This is also the perfect time because as we head into autumn and the fall, if you're watching this in real time, that is the natural season for death. And it's like very cool. It's like the leaves fall, everything composts, you know, like we carve pumpkins and they decay and they die and we like throw them away, and we celebrate like the magic of like the spookiness and the other side and the mystery. And so like this is the perfect time to let things in your life start to die and let aspects of yourself start to die, and release it all with love, and know that like nothing is ever lost. Everything's always here. And we're just like moving and traversing the like frequency levels in this reality that contain different things. So this is encouraging you to gracefully let go, especially because we are in the 9 year, and the 9 year is all about completing cycles to get blessed, closing out, letting go, receive like what you have been calling in for so long, because it's a requirement. They're like two sides of the same coin. You call something in, you're going to be letting something else go. You want to become this, you can't be that anymore. That is where we benefit from embodying our higher awareness and holding our ego self, which naturally, like the reptilian part of our brain, will oftentimes have fear around that. anything that has to do with change, we're gonna fear, but it's like all your soul wants is to experience the new. So it's just like having the awareness that that comes up, but it's a good sign, and start to like train yourself to be like, fuck yeah, it's 3:33 on the clock. So confirmation, 333 is also like very connected to the Ascended Masters, to Jesus, to Mary Magdalene, who are actually like very high adepts in the death practices. Jesus, literally death back to life. Mary Magdalene, it's like known that she also was an initiate in like the ability to die and then come back, because you like gain this new level of spiritual conscious awakening. And there's the story about her like doing it with her brother, but like it somehow goes wrong, and she just like call upon Jesus to like bring him back, because he almost was lost on the side of on the other side, basically had gone too far. And so it's like the more that we can cultivate this relationship with dying while we are alive, the more that we are more alive and more awake while we are alive. What else do we have? It's a part of this message. We have Six of Wands. This is confirmation that embarking on this new journey is going to bring you victory. And you are already probably somebody who is well respected and well regarded, but you might not always fully receive it on a soul level, because you're like, yeah, I know that I do a good job and that I'm a good person, but because maybe there are certain things that you know you're meant to be doing, that like those are the things that you would fully be able to receive the recognition for, because they're more in alignment with who you are. There is like a slight disconnect where like you can't fully accept it always. I'm sure there's some areas where you can, but some areas where it's just like it feels a little bit like false, because it's not even as if the acts you're doing are in full alignment with you. And so like this is a sign that for the smallest things that you're going to accomplish in the realm of this new nurturance, growing and creation of this new vision, the smallest of recognition in that realm is just going to hit so hard, because you're like, yeah, I did that. I'm following the golden thread. BTW, it's not like the tower is here. It's not like I'm saying like your old life is going to be like, close all the doors, get rid of everything. It's like you can slowly start to grow this pentacle while everything is still existing over here. And like I said, death is a natural process. These things are going to close out naturally. Like it's going to be very clear to you, and it's nothing insane is being asked of you. Like this is all a very like natural and beautiful process that is going to lead you to victory and recognition, and it's going to like just keep unfolding from there. That's just going to be like the first bit of praise and recognition. Once that starts to happen, the boulder picks up speed down the mountain, and then everything just starts going really fast. But like I was saying about this being a natural process, it's telling you there's nothing even major to do right now but plant the seed. Naturally, things are going to start falling away. After you get this recognition, things are going to start picking up, and that's exciting. Like I feel an exciting energy around it. So that is part of when things happen in a natural process as well too. And it also is what happens when you align with the cosmos, and you're like, I'm going to take this opportunity to plant the seed at the most potent time that I could. When you are aligning with the cosmic energies, things can happen in months that would have taken years. And that is why it might feel like, if you're in the spiritual community, or like you're like, why is everyone always telling me about a moon? It's like how in the past you would log on to the news and you would listen to the weather every day. You can now log on and get the cosmic weather every day, and then like align with the energies so that you are getting the most out of everything that you do. Because we're in like the realm of, we're in the Aquarian age. Things are going faster. Honestly, everything is speeding up. That is the nature of this age. It is what is supposed to be. When we're talking about like we're ascending, we're raising in vibration, everything goes faster. That's why technology is increasing. We're able to have more output. We're able to do things faster. We have AI assistants, like all of this stuff. It's the way it's been supposed to be. Aquarius rules technology, it rules innovation, it rules communication, also telepathically. So like it rules like the technology, but it also rules the technology of the body, of energy, of ascension. So it's like our tech is being upgraded, tech is being upgraded. It's the name of the game that things are going to start speeding up. And so all of this may happen for you a lot more quickly than you think, but that's not for you to worry about, because God's got you, Spirit's got you, the universe has got you, whatever you... Oh, okay, fascinating. Let's see more about the Seven of Swords. And then we'll close out this message. Okay, wait, one more. Okay, yeah. This overall is going to bring you a lot of abundance and a lot of fulfillment, and you, like, it's going to bring you everything over time. So I'm only telling you this because, first of all, just know that you're on the path to abundance, to soul-fulfilled abundance, one step at a time, just one step at a time. That's all you need to, like, focus on. And you are a very generous, abundant, and loving person. Even if you kind of stay closed off because, like, you're someone who has learned over time to protect your energy, you are inherently a good-hearted, good-natured person who, like, wants to help the people around you and who wants to lift up everybody around you. I really, like, I see you and I feel you. And I think that's beautiful. Never lose that. You couldn't if you tried. Guarantee it. But this is just a warning that, like, some people will try to take advantage of you as you increase in success, especially at this point. This came out right after the Eight of Wands when I was saying everything's going to start speeding up for you and all of your ships, all of your wands are going to start coming in and people are going to come out of the woodwork. You know what I mean? You might get offers. When all of that starts to happen, I don't want to put a time on any of this, but, like, let's say, like, around the end of the year or, like, the new year, or let's say this is, like, whatever, 2 years from now that things really start speeding up. Just, like, remember this message for the rest of your life. When things start picking up, the people who, like, pop up out of the woodwork who, like, you hadn't heard from in forever, or just, like, even, like, people sending in offers, like, there are going to be people who try to help you who it's going to be an equal exchange and it's going to be great, and, like, that's going to be a positive. It's, like, always about a win-win, but just always remember that, like, there are going to be people who see, like, how magnetic you are, how powerful you are, how aligned you are, and how connected to source you have become, and they're going to want in on that and just, like, protect what you're creating and what you're building, and also yourself, because you're the foundation for all of it. And know that the reason that you're doing that is because what you are creating and what you are building is meant to have big impact on you, the people around you, the planet vibrationally, and, like, that's the most important thing. So you want to, like, mama bear it, you know what I mean? Papa bear it? That's that. You guys, I'm excited. I mean, we're entering a new era because this is the 9 year, and then we're entering into a 1 year. And just, like, think back to 2017. That was the last 9 year that we had. Wait, am I correct with that? Sorry, 2017 was the last 1 year we had. That was the beginning of this cycle, of a new cycle. And so we're heading into that again in 2026. It makes sense that it's time for a whole new reality. Like, this isn't just, like, spiritual woo-woo chit-chat. You have gone through a 10-year cycle. You have actualized the visions that some part of your spirit, and probably some part of your ego too, set out to create in 2017. You did that-ish. And on some level, it's time for something new. And this is the time that the cosmos is supporting it more than ever, because it is the new 10-year cycle. And every time we want to be getting more aligned. And that doesn't mean that, like, along the journey we don't sometimes, like, lose our way, come back to it. Like, it's all part of the spiral, and it's all divine, and it's all meant to be. Your higher self is always guiding you. It does not leave you alone. Like, it will slap you upside the head if, like, you're somewhere where you're really not supposed to be. This is your confirmation that if you have been feeling a new, like, pulsating reality, a new kind of future timeline to tune into versus, like, maybe an old one that you were tuning into, it's so divinely aligned. And I remember, like, the best advice I ever got, it, like, always gives me chills to think about, because somebody was like, I always used to be like, there has to be something more. Like, no matter what I would find, I'd be like, okay, this is great, this is better, but, like, there has to be something more. And I remember this one woman told me, and she was just, like, not regular, she was an incredible person, but, like, she worked in business, she had, like, a standard job, but she was giving, like, career advice, and I was like, I just, like, can't help but feel like there's something more. Like, what do you think that it's just, like, me wanting to, like, never being satisfied? Or I just asked her advice about it, and she was like, if you feel like there's something more, there's probably something more. And I was like, okay, right. I just needed someone to confirm to me that, like, I was in an endless pit of, like, wanting for nothing. The sense of wanting more was my soul guiding me to a state of greater alignment. And then once you find that alignment, and sometimes we come in and out of it, like it's like many year cycles before you like can fully ground into it. And that doesn't mean that you don't have ups and downs, but the feeling of alignment is like you're locked in, like you know where you are, where you're supposed to be. And until you're there, your soul is guiding you there. So like you're still in the right spot. Your soul is just trying to guide you to that current of alignment. This is just your sign that like if you feel that there is something more and your higher self is guiding you in that direction, and then if you already do feel like you're in that current of alignment, then you still are getting the next visions to continue actualizing the expansion and the evolution of your life and your destiny on this path of alignment. Okay, much love. Thanks for hanging with me. And if you're still here, if something in this reading resonated, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help the channel, and also it helps me pick up on your energy for these readings. So much love, and I will catch you on the next one.